Hey guys, it's me, my face, and more secret stitching. Today's happy dance is brought to us by wine, because I decided it was that kind of day. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, and this is a channel about cross-stitch and wine, beer, cats, opinions, thoughts, crafts, the weather, and other stuff. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back. I have a whole bunch of little things to show you this week, so let's jump right in with my whips. The first thing that I worked on is Templar Prophecy. This is from Long Dog Samplers, and you can't see what I did. I did a whole bunch more of the backstitch that's up here, but you can't see it because I moved the Q-snap because I needed to see the Q-snap move. It needed to happen. So I brought down my edge and started working down here. I'm still leaving this empty because that is, in theory, where my initials will go, but I haven't charted them yet. But I got a whole lot more backstitching done. You can see the cup and the cross, and I filled in most of the knight. And I want to say this may have gotten filled in as well. I filled in some things. These flowers. These, Andrea, which way are you going? These ones here. I love how those came out. So it felt good to move the Q-snap. It felt good to feel like I was making some sort of progress. We'll now see how long it takes for me to fill in this section and move the Q-snap again. I'd like to say a month, but we both know that's ridiculous. The next thing I worked on is the Red House Sampler. This is by Teresa Miller. And I did a whole bunch more of the alphabet up top. And I did another set of the squiggled lines, and I did that entire roof. I love working on this. This is 40 count. I love how this is coming out. I will say that I am getting a little tired of the color timber. I swapped out timber for something in this project, and I don't think I quite realized how much of it there was. It's not that timber is a bad color or anything like that. I just feel like that's all I've been stitching with. So I look forward to getting into the red of the house and the other motifs real soon. Real soon. Another thing I worked on is, I believe, what Michelle Garrett would refer to as a SAF, a start and a finish. I think I started it middle of last week and finished it this week. But this is the Hedgehog House from Lindy Stitches. And how cute is he? How cute is he? He needs to be in a hoop finish. He needs a hoop. One good thing about hoop finishes is we already know I can do one. So there's that. But look how cute he came out. He came out so cute. This had more colors in it than you would think it should, but they were all necessary because that's adorable. I did have to swap out a lot. I didn't have a lot of the DMCs, and as you know, I have like a gajillion of Victorian mottos. So I did do a color conversion. If you're interested in it, I have posted it in the free area of my Buy Me a Coffee site, which will be linked below. So you can go there to the posts and just get the conversion. You don't have to do any of the donations, but I have posted it there. I'm trying to get a picture of this in there as well, but Buy Me a Coffee is being difficult when it comes to editing. So I'll try to add that again soon. Another thing that I finally finished was my secret stitching. Well, one of them anyway. I've been working on this for some time, and it started out as something that I just wanted to hang up, in my office or, behind me when I'm on ring calls and things like that. But as I did it, I thought it really was kind of Etsy worthy. So I went ahead and I have printed out I have saved out the pattern as a PDF, and I have soft launched it in my Etsy store. I'm not going to post a link just yet because I kind of want to continue to tweak some things, and I kind of want to see, get some decent keywording in there and get myself indexed and things like that. So if you really, really need this, you can definitely find it on Etsy. This is, if anybody who works in IT or a help desk or anything like that knows that the majority of times when you're having problems on the internet, you need to clear your browser's cache and cookies. Didst thee clear thy cache and thy cookies? Didst thee? Because don't call me if thee didn't yet, because that will probably fix your problem. This pattern gave me angina, not because it's difficult, but because I wanted it to look a certain way, and I kind of committed to doing it on this gray fabric, and I love this gray fabric. I love the way the black letters look on it. But none of the other colors were meshing. And then I did, I'm going to do grayscale, which is great, except this gray here looks, you can see it, but it's not real prominent. So then I got frustrated because I wanted this to be on the cover of the pattern and it doesn't look as good, and I didn't want to stitch it again. And finally I said, you know what? Just post it. See what happens. There's a million patterns out there that just have the digital image, and they're fine. They're fine. So there is a live Etsy store. I have changed the name from what I used to have it under Stitching Shadows. Now it's Shadow House Stitchery. And yeah, so it's there. But it's the only thing that's there. So I don't know. Don't go looking yet or something. Look if you want. Thanks. And then, of course, now that I can't stop designing things, I have started the model stitch for the next thing, which actually I like how this model is coming out a lot better. I think the first thing I needed to do was let go of the whole I can't pick colors thing and realize that I can pick colors. What I just need to do is figure out is stitch things on the right fabric so that you can see them. Because not everybody wants to stitch on really, really grungy coffee tea dyed and things like that. Some people like brightly colored things. This will be a brightly colored thing. So I'm learning. I'm actually doing this one at the direction of my therapist. So it's got to be interesting. So that is all the stitching that I have worked on for the past couple of weeks. I do have a bit of haul. I ordered for, I should have grabbed it, my finish for United We Stand. I really have it in my head that I want it in an oval frame. And I ordered these on Amazon. They were like $14 each. And I really thought that they were going to fit, and they just don't quite. To get their heads where I would want them here, it cuts off more of their dress than I would want to. I put a lot of stitches into those dresses. I want them to be seen. So I need to find a bigger oval frame for that. But in the meantime, these will fit other things. There are other things that will look fine. Funnily enough, the one thing that I did not want to frame and hang up on my walls is the Edgar Allan Poe face. And he looks really good in here. So he may end up getting hung up in the house. despite me. I got that random shipment of threads from Fat Quarter Shop, the ones that I ordered and realized that most of them I didn't need, so I have more clockwork now than I know what to do with. I got 2 of timber, which I'm using in the Red House sampler, so I already got 1 of those in there. And then I ended up with 4 of cherry cobbler because I had 2 in my cart and then I added 2, and that's how we get to 4. So 1 of those is already over with the Red House sampler. These will just go in stash. This is a great red. I'm going to use it. It's never going to go to waste. I think I could probably say it's my favorite red because it's the only red that I can name. Other than 666 and 321, which are not great reds. That's a great red. I also got my Classic Colorworks Nest Egg from 3 Owl Threads, and that includes lemon lime, khaki mocha, it's white, Little House Brown, Lobster Claw. I don't know how I feel about that. It is very orangey. It'll get used. La Tierra. I don't know what that means, but apparently I can pronounce it. Little Pink Peony. Lunar Eclipse. Key Largo. That's very. Lavender Louise. And Lighthouse. I have to say, probably for all of the Nest Egg shipments I have gotten, this one kind of has the least number of colors that are kind of in my usual palette. Doesn't mean that they won't get used. It's just, I guess this is why we do it this way, is so that we can get a good representation of colors. Because if I only bought like the colors that I liked, I wouldn't be able to stitch anything that wasn't just, you know, black and ecru and gray. A little purple. Sometimes some green. That would get boring. The last thing that I got in the mail is a very generous gift from somebody who has already been very generous to send me things. Pat Parrish is the one who has generously given me the CD Pumpkin Cottage from Praiseworthy Stitches. As you know, I've been trying to kit it up, you know, in the midst of a pandemic when threads are scarce and things like that, and I'm ordering the wrong ones half the time. She was kind enough to send me Onyx because she was actually in her LNS, and she has sent me the information from the LNS because apparently they are not out of all of their gassed threads, so that I can call and order the rest that I need. We could start this soon. How soon? How soon? Well, last week I announced that I had opened up an account at Buy Me a Coffee, and people were unbelievably generous, and I thank you. I thank every one of you so much. I bought myself a new scroll rod, 36 inches, not 24, because Andrew, you can't put a 24-inch piece of fabric on a 24-inch scroll rods. You know that, and yet you keep buying them. I bought 36. I bought the same Edmunds. Is it Edmunds? No, it's American Dream. That I have my Death by Cross Stitch on. So I know that it is a good set of scroll rods. It's going to hold the project nicely. It's going to hold it in a way that we can all watch the progress. And I so look forward to putting in so much time on this project. I can't wait to start it. And when that scroll rod comes, assuming that what I need in the top left corner I already have, we're starting that thing. And that's thanks to Pat, who's unbelievably generous, and all of you who gave money through Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you very much. In our last video, there was a giveaway for Rackstack. I believe we got, I want to say 17 entries. You're going to be seeing the drawing over here. I put the number of entries into the random number generator. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it pulled number 6. And that belonged to Anna Tanzania. I haven't checked yet to see if you provided your address. If you did, I will just send this on its way. If you didn't, I will email you and we'll get together and get this out for you. Congratulations. I think that is about it for me this week. I have to get up early in the morning and I'm recording kind of late. We spent the day over at my sister's house for what we're referring to as mid-Easter celebration. I guess what you would refer to as regular Easter was a couple of weeks ago. Orthodox Easter is next weekend, so we celebrate in the middle. Because my dad. So we had a nice afternoon over there, but now I just recorded and I need to edit and then I need a snack. There's probably going to be some coffee and then hopefully some sleep because I need to be at his house very early tomorrow to get him to physical therapy. Dad's doing a lot better. He hung in today a lot longer than I thought he was going to. I didn't think he'd last more than an hour or so out and about, and we were there for 4 hours. So he's doing really well. I think that's everything. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. And thank you, as always, for your comments. I read every one of them, and I appreciate them so much. Thank you for being my community. Bye, guys.